Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and today I wanted to talk about the most underrated PvE exotic weapon in Destiny 2 Season of Defiance right now, and that is the Wavesplitter. This thing absolutely slaps and synergizes so well with the current artifact perks. You can make so many builds around this, it's absolutely unbelievable. The traits on Wavesplitter are Harmonic Laser. Laser damage has 3 power levels that oscillate while the trigger is held down, but the better perk or trait for my builds is Supercharged Battery. Collecting an orb of power grants a period of maximum power that starts with an automatic reload. Sustained fire in this mode suppresses targets. Keep that in mind, very important. Why this synergizes so well with the current artifact perks is Volatile Flow. Picking up an orb of power grants your void weapons volatile rounds. So you're generating those orbs anyway for the Wavesplitter perks, and you're also making your weapon volatile. So that's tremendous. Then we've got the bricks from Beyond. Defeating a powerful combatant with a void weapon has a chance to generate heavy ammo for you and your teammates. Really nice. You can run essentially any void heavy weapon if you want to, especially because you're going to have a lot of ammo. You're going to have volatile rounds on your heavy weapon all the time, and it just synergizes tremendously. I was actually running Fallen Guillotine a lot, and I had ammo all the time. I didn't have to worry about that at all. And I had volatile rounds on my sword consistently, which was a lot of fun. Plus, I threw on Medieval Champion to stun Overload champions with my sword. And swords are overcharged with a modifier active, so that's really good. And then you're also going to have on Void Weapon Channeling. You gain a temporary bonus to void weapon damage after you defeat a target with a void weapon, while at least one of your abilities is charged, void abilities. This damage bonus increases based on the number of fully charged void abilities you have. So essentially you can really buff that. I use my abilities a lot, so I don't get that as much, but if you are generating your abilities back pretty quickly, you can actually get a big damage buff there, and it just all synergizes very well. Also, make sure you throw on authorized mods, void, and grenades, because those help out tremendously as well. As far as my subclass go, I was rocking the Ward of Dawn. This works out very, very well when I am using a sword for boss damage and such. I also have the shield throw, just like that that comes back pretty quickly. Plus, I get an overshield whenever I hit a target with it. Vortex Grenade, and then Controlled Demolition is always fun, and Bastion. So I can just chuck my grenade in, I weaken enemies, and then they explode everywhere. It's great. I do that all the time. I've been loving Void for so long, since the 3.0 adjustments, and that's a big reason why. As far as my fragments, this is where it gets really interesting. I'm running Echo of Undermining. Your Void Grenades weaken targets. That's really cool. Echo of Starvation, picking up a Void Breach or an Orb of Power grants Devour, which is something that doesn't happen often with a Titan, but having Devour on the Titan just feels insane, and I absolutely love it. You get Final Blows restore you to full health, grant energy, and extend Grenade Energy, and extend Devour. Very, very good. Then we've got the Echo of Domineering. After suppressing a target, you gain greatly increased mobility for a short duration, and your equipped weapon is reloaded from reserves. Defeating suppressed targets creates a Void Breach. It synergizes so well with the Wavesplitter, it's almost unbelievable. I love it. It creates such a fun gameplay loop of just constantly using your Wavesplitter, and as long as you're generating special ammo, you'll be good. But even without that, you can just swap to your heavy weapon, right? And just take advantage of all these benefits as well. And just go to town with your sword or a machine gun or anything like that. And it just is a perfect loop that I absolutely enjoy. As far as my mods, I am running heavy and special ammo finder. Special ammo finder, especially because I want as much ammo for my Wavesplitter as possible, as well as a void siphon. This works out really, really well. I'm also rocking, I forgot to mention this, but I'm Tears and Contrition Scout Rifle. This is just for Overload champions. I just have a Scout on for that reason. I barely use this at all, unless I'm completely out of ammo, which really never happens. I'm rocking double firepower and then grenade kickstart, Lucent Blades, arc damage resist because I was doing the Defiant Battlegrounds, so I want, and it's extra arc damage this week, so I was rocking that, as well as Void Reserves. This helps out with extra ammo. Double Void Weapon Surge and Void Holster. I really like Void Holster. Oftentimes with a machine gun, but for this specific build, I actually switched to triple void weapon surge because it's just better, right? So normally I would run the holster if I'm running a rocket launcher, a grenade launcher, or a machine gun, something like that. But with the sword, I don't really have to worry about it, so I switched to triple void weapon surge. And then I'm running distribution, reaper, and bomber. Although you could switch out reaper or distribution for time dilation if you want. I know a lot of people run triple time dilation, but for me personally, I like the loop of having my abilities back better. Unless I'm just farming a boss, like say I'm doing the raid final boss or something like that, where having the time dilation is more important than generating my abilities because it's a shorter encounter. So that's just a personal preference there, but you can rock the time dilation if you'd rather do that instead. Overall, again, the loop is very fun. You run in there with your Wavesplitter, you melt enemies, you generate orbs, you grab those orbs, and also just go to town with your Wavesplitter as it's supercharged. You just do a lot of stuff that works out very, very well. It's a lot of fun. It's probably the most fun I've had with any non-strand build this season. To be honest, I've enjoyed rocking stasis and stuff as well. But overall, I think this one is just more enjoyable because you just see all the enemies explode everywhere. You are constantly just holding down the trigger or swiping with your sword, and just the loop is so much fun. You can use it across any type of content as well. No matter what you're rocking, all you have to do is potentially switch out your primary or your heavy weapon, depending on what the activity is. If it's a shrieker boss and you're not able to hit it with your sword, you can throw that on a rocket launcher or something like that, or a machine gun. Again, machine guns with volatile rounds are underrated right now as well, but that's a story for another time. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of the Wavesplitter. Have you tried it out this season? Do you think it's as good as I'm telling you guys right now? Or maybe I am fooling myself a little bit. I almost forgot to mention, on my build, I'm also rocking Armamentarium for the additional grenade, like I mentioned, but it comes in very, very handy, not only for having my abilities charged faster, but also because the double vortex with the weaken grenade is just insane. And if you're on a boss and you generate them because of my Ward of Dawn, where I generate the grenade inside my Ward of Dawn faster, it just works out so well because I can kind of spam weaken grenades on the boss. So very, very good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, helps me out tremendously, and shows you want to see more Destiny 2 content from me going forward. I'm absolutely loving this, and I appreciate all the support lately. It's been absolutely tremendous, and the growth has been really fun to watch, so I appreciate all of you, and my name is JoPa. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.